Hey, so what is going on, everyone? It is me, Mr. Mario, and okay, you know what? As much as I do love this game, and I like to show gameplay and all that on here, I can't show this due to the fact that I know there's going to be probably a good amount of people watching this who don't follow me or follow my content or anything like that, and probably just wants to know more about YouTube itself, and probably wouldn't appreciate all the upside-down pentagrams and all the satanic rituals and stuff that this game has to offer, so let me just... Okay, you know what? We'll go ahead and put up Journey. Here we go. This is a pretty good game, and I think it's family-friendly enough, isn't it? I think it is. Anyways, today I thought I would take some time out to explain a few things on YouTube right here, because I know some people have asked about this before, a lot of people have wondered this, and to a lot of newcomers or people who are only watchers, or maybe you are somebody who is just now starting to create content, this might confuse you a little bit. But you've probably noticed nearly everyone asks for likes, subscriptions, favorites, and a playlist, sharing, anything like that, and you might be wondering why exactly people do that. Well, a lot of people do it to, of course, go with the trend of everyone else is doing it, but I'm going to go into a little more depth than that because I'm weird and I find this stuff fascinating. Now, if you just want to get out of here super quick and you have a really short attention span, I'm going to tell you right now the short, summed up explanation of why people do it. Because it is engagement and it helps people's videos get out more, effectively helping them grow. So now that you know the explanation, I mean, this is the end of the video for you. So, hey, if you want to like the video, if you didn't like it, dislike it, and maybe I'll see you in another video. But in all seriousness, there's probably a lot of people who want more of an explanation than that, and that is what I'm going to get into here. Now, this might be a bit of a long video, but just bear with me. There is quite a bit that goes into this. So first off, before we go into this, there are two things that matter on YouTube here. It's views and engagement. Now, essentially, I want to break up a myth right here. A lot of people think that others ask for subscriptions, favorites, likes, anything of the sort, because more likes, more subscriptions equals more money. That is if you are partnered, and if you're part of the YouTube partner program, that means that you can run ads on your channel and videos, and you take a cut of the ad revenue that is blasted on there. That is actually not true at all. Likes, subscriptions, anything like that do not get you paid. It's actually views that get you paid, and more specifically, it's watch time from those views that gets you paid. So I can have 1,000 comments on my video, and guess what? I'm getting 0 cents off of that. Now, you might be asking why that is. Well, as I said, there are two main things. There's views and there's engagement we're talking about, but we kind of need to break into what engagement is a little bit more and see what it really means. So you might have heard me already talk about it a bit, but engagement specifically is, but is not limited to, likes/dislikes, comments, shares, and even to an extent, it's actually time watched, although this is the engagement side of it, not the views side of it that I am talking about. And we're gonna have to go back a few years as well too. If you were here years ago on YouTube, you might have heard of something called reply girls. This was a type of phenomenon where essentially there were these girls that would make videos, they would find the latest videos that were really popular or were trending, and then they would go in, they would reply. When you actually had a reply feature on YouTube, yeah, we actually did have that for anyone that does not know, you could actually reply to these videos and they would take all the tags from the video's metadata, and they would take the title from the video as well too, and then end up making a video talking about the video. It was stupid, it was pointless, but you're kind of getting the same thing here in a way with a lot of reaction channels coming up, where it's just kind of some idiot who maybe has an IQ of 27 staring blankly at their computer screen while they're... Wait a minute, that's me! The point is, essentially what would happen with that is now all those videos are gone, so I can't even show them to you, but what would happen is any video that you ended up looking up, if it was a hot video, if it was trending or popular at any point in time, you would get a reply girl right next to that video, or sometimes even above that video. If you watch that video, the recommended ones were going to be reply girls as well too. So what ended up happening was it became so bad that YouTube actually ended up changing their algorithm, to the point where, one, they were able to to effectively kill off reply girls, and 2, they also ended up making it so that a view did not count as a view anymore. You had to watch a good amount of the video for it to count, and also overall the money that you'd be getting paid was going to count against your time watched as opposed to the views that were being made there, because that is why a lot of these reply girls were coming out, because it was quick, easy, and dirty money, and there was really nothing wrong with it. Now, because of this, people didn't like it, like really nobody liked it. What people would end up doing is they would end up going to this video, probably immediately stop watching it, dislike it, and then they would leave a bad comment. But here is the problem that happened with that. From there, they ended up getting a view and they got engagement. This furthered their SEO, otherwise known as search engine optimization, and pushed them to the top of the results. So not only you had these reply girls who were taking all these hot videos that had, you know, all the matching titles and tags and everything, so they were right next to these videos, but because they were getting such good engagement, they were being boosted up to the top of search results everywhere, and there was no way to escape them. Now, the solution to this, as I just mentioned, was an algorithm change, where not only it really pushed these videos down to the ground where you could not see them, and I have no idea how they did that, but even if you were able to see them, it changed it so that the views did not count as a view for a view, whereas one view equals whatever percentage of a cent that you're going to get from there. No, it ended up changing to a minutes watched system, and because of that, as I said, a lot of times they were in it for the money. Everyone was in it for the money at that point if you were a reply girl, but what would happen is if somebody came to your video and they stopped watching it within a second, or they only watched like 2 or 3 seconds of it, you weren't going to be getting paid anything from that because your video was pretty much not watched at all. Now, this sounds like a pretty nice solution, and for most reasons it is. However, it did also hurt some groups of people, namely animators, who were very vocal about this, because animation takes so long, where, for example, you could probably spend about 6 hours making a 15-second clip, as opposed to somebody who is doing Let's Plays who can spend about 6 hours and make 5 hours and 55 minutes worth of Let's Play content that they can then produce. See, that one is going to take a lot less time, and you're going to be able to get more watch time based off of it. And trust me, despite me showing channels up there, I actually really love those channels and have nothing against Oni NG and Psychic Pebbles. I am just here explaining the facts and explaining how the system works and why people have chosen to take certain paths they do. And that is why you see a lot of Let's Play channels succeeding and a lot of original content creating channels like those animation channels not putting out as much content as they used to, because they are on a minutes watch system and not so much a view system anymore. Unfortunately, this also brought about another breed of people here recently, which are kind of reviewers and reactors, where this is a whole other topic where I actually did a video on it where I used myself earlier in this video, but it was talking about reaction videos and everything. In short, if you don't want to watch that one, it is talking about reactors and people who are doing that, where what they do is they record themselves watching a video in its entirety, and they put the video itself in the corner of the screen so that you're watching the original video and you're watching somebody watching the original video, and the original content creator isn't getting anything because you've lost that view, but you're giving the view to this person who's just sitting there, and again, they're really just sitting there and hitting the record button and not doing much else. And now, coming back onto topic here, likes and dislikes, I've been categorizing them as the same thing because guess what? They're actually the same thing. So far, if you've watched this far into the video and you've disliked it because of whatever reason, thank you. I mean, no, I'm serious. Thank you for that. You actually helped my engagement on this video. And if you liked the video, I mean, thank you very much for that as well, too. I really appreciate the gratitude. You see, a lot of people think that YouTube's like and dislike system is something like Reddit's upvote downvote system, where on there, you have your posts and they are ranked, and the more upvoted they become, the higher they go up onto that list, while as if they are downvoted, they start going down the ladder. That's not like it at all on YouTube. Engagement is engagement, and whether it be a like or a dislike, that is still engagement on your video, and it is pushing it up the search engine ranks. Now, sharing the video as well too can also help out with engagement, and of course that also kind of includes, you know, the obvious, if you have likes enabled on your channel, and by that I mean if you have a channel and on your feed it shows what videos you've liked, of course you are going to share that out to your subscribers and the world, or Google Plus, whoever is still on there. But in addition to that, that's also going to help out the video as well too. When you add it to playlists, when you share it with others, whether it be on YouTube, off YouTube, anything like that, that is all going to help it out. And finally, comments also help out with engagement. You see that comment section down there, if people are leaving comments, that is going to just add to the engagement, because that's going to be activity that is happening below the video where it is playing. So therefore, again, it is going to get boosted up in those search results. That's why people also encourage comments as well too. But in addition to that, I mean, comments just really help out if it is constructive criticism for a YouTuber, and to make sure that, you know, they are on point or they might need to change something else. Finally, another big thing as well too, which I've said kind of crosses into views, is of course also the watch time, which translates into your percentage of the video watched. And the more people who are watching your video for longer and are staying on that, again, that also boosts the rank of the video. Now see, the reason why it works like that is because YouTube is a business. Now I'm going to talk about Walmart. If you don't have a Walmart, just imagine some type of generic brick and mortar store. I'm pretty sure everybody watching here has had a time in their life where they go to a store and they say, I'm not going to buy anything, or I'm only going to buy this one thing or these two items. Well, guess what? If you go in and out of the store, that will probably happen. But if you kind of hang around in the store and you hang out there for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, you're waiting on someone, guess what? The chances of you spending money dramatically increase, and it is directly correlated to the amount of time you are spending in the store. The more time you stay in there, the more likely your mind is going to change and you're going to drop some money. And at the end of the day, YouTube is actually the same thing. You see, they're running this storefront right here, which is their website. And what do they want to do to become a successful website? They want people to stay on the website. And if that means you're going to be binging YouTube, so I know there's a lot of people who they say, oh, I'm only going to watch this one video, and then they end up watching videos for 2 hours straight. Guess what? That is really helpful to them. And because of that, YouTube is also wanting to reward the people who make these videos and these engaging videos with more engagement and a higher chance of that happening. So for example, let's say I have a good amount of videos that keep people engaged and are keeping them on the site for quite a while. Well, guess what? As I said, that is more engagement on YouTube, that is more time being watched on there, and of course a higher chance of more money being earned. So therefore, they are also going to reward those users back by saying, hey, you know what? This video, you're really keeping people engaged, people are enjoying it, they're commenting and all that. Let's just boost it up a little bit more. That's kind of our thank you. Now, this is my own opinion here, but I also believe that liking and commenting is also a common courtesy. Now, I myself don't like and comment on every single video I watch, but I try and do it when I can, and if I remember and if I feel like I can contribute something. If you enjoyed the video, like the video. Leave a comment saying you enjoyed it. Just say something random, I don't know, something. If you have any feedback, guess what? If there's a comment section, you can also leave that below as well too, or you can even dislike the video to show your outrage at it. If a content creator wants to improve, they want to know what they're doing good and what they're doing bad. So in addition to boosting up the video, it also helps them directly with this type of feedback. And really with that, it's kind of one of those things where if you want to improve, you want that feedback. And if you're not getting any feedback and your audience is staying silent, how are you going to improve? Plus, honestly, asking to like or asking, you know, hey, put your comments down below what you thought of this if you can improve, I think that's okay. I actually think that's acceptable. What I am against personally is the people who are flat out begging for them. But if you remind someone, hey, once in a video, twice in a video, I've probably done it like 10 times in this video due to the fact that this entire video is about why people ask for likes and things like that on YouTube. So this would be a little bit of an exception. I believe it's okay to do it in moderation, and even some people might have noticed that I've started doing that. And one main reason why is because, you know, I have a moderately to good sized channel, and sometimes the statistics just don't add up on things. Like, for example, how is it that I would have a video that, let's say, has 400 views and gets 89 likes and 7 dislikes? Okay, that's fine. Yet I get a video with, let's say, 800 views, double the amount, but I get 22 likes and 1 dislike. I mean, I'm not even making that stuff up. I've seen numbers very similar to that, and I don't understand if people just weren't signed into their accounts at that point, or they were forgetting, or what, but sometimes that just doesn't make sense. Now, I've personally made fun of it before. In the critically acclaimed video that is called Every GTA Online Video Ever, I actually make fun of several people who do it in excess, as you can see right here. I hope that I can help you all out with this, and if you can do the same for me by liking this video and favoriting it and sharing it with all of your friends, and also subscribe to my channel if you have not out already for a lot more content coming out, but be sure to smack that like button before watching this video. Okay, now let's get into the video after you smack that like button.
Okay, now I'm not gonna lie, before we actually get into it, I'm gonna need some more things from you all, okay? So first off, as I said, if you could subscribe to my channel, that would do so much for me for making these videos. Oh my god, it would be awesome. But then if you could like the video, and then unlike it, and then like the video, and then go to the video that I uploaded prior to this, and like that video too, that would be awesome. And follow me on Twitter, at Mr. Mario 2011, and follow me on Instagram, at Mr. Mario 2011, and look me up on Tumblr, I'm Mr. Mario 2011 on there too as well. Now, if you can get on there,
Okay, for anybody that thinks that was incredibly annoying, dude, I was sitting there for almost 2 minutes before I got to the point of the video, and that's not even a parody. There's people that actually do that, so I kind of had to speed it up. Now, getting back on topic, people ask for likes and such to help the videos grow and get out there because, as I said, I just covered in the entire past 10 or 15 minutes of this video that is all a part of engagement, and more engagement equals more growth for the video as it gets out there to a wider audience. Now, there might be people that are just complaining and saying, oh, you all are just doing this for the views. Well, you're kind of right. Honestly, any public upload, though, is done for the views. And for people that are saying, oh, no, I only upload videos for myself, well, that wouldn't be true if they were public. You see, YouTube has a private option, so if you want to, you could upload a video as private, and then only you and the people that you give explicit access to would be able to see it. People also might say, oh, I only upload videos for my friends. Well, again, if they're public, that's kind of null and void as well, too, due to the fact that if you really only want to give the link to a few people, you could also upload as unlisted, meaning that the video would not show up on search results at all, and you could not access it unless you came across a direct link to it. Either way, it's good to show appreciation to anyone because, I mean, hey, they say please and thank you get you a long way, and that's kind of how commenting and liking and disliking and everything can work as well. If somebody passes me something and I appreciate the gratitude, I'm going to say thank you. That's just kind of a common thing, and it almost seems like that's kind of commonplace as well too on YouTube. If you enjoy a video, like the video. And speaking of that, we're kind of coming to the end of this one, and I guess, you know, if I haven't said it enough already, hey, you know what? If you enjoy the video, you can like it, you can let me know, and if you completely hated it, you could tell me about it as well too, and you could even dislike the video. But I'll tell you this, because I've explained everything to you at this point, you might want to think about that, because if you're actually trying to hurt me, remember commenting and disliking is actually still going to help, so you're kind of on your own at that. Anyways, this is Mr. Mario signing off. Thank you all for watching, everyone, and I hope you all enjoyed this video.
Yeah.